that we shall not die, but live and declare the words of the Most High. I thank you, Abba, for the Pesach season that we are in, the Passover season, that just as you said to our Father, that if you be obedient, I will put no sickness upon you. Put the blood on the doorposts, and you will protect your people. So we thank you today, Abba, that you will destroy the attack of the enemy. And they're going to use this opportunity to bring in their one world government, but it shall not. Thou, you will sit in the Most High. You will sit in the heaven and laugh at them. You will laugh at men who are gathering themselves together, orchestrating this virus to depopulate the earth. But Abba, I speak life into thy people. I speak life. I speak life into this atmosphere, Father. I speak faith that I bind the spirit of fear. For it is said by the Mushiach, I give you the keys to whatsoever thou bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. We bind the spirit of fear right now in the mighty name of Yeshua. That we will fix our mind upon you. That you will keep us in perfect peace, Abba. I thank you right now, Abba, there will be not one Hebrew Israelite. There will not be one believer that trusts in you will not go hungry, will not go thirsty. That we will use this opportunity, Abba, to come together as a body, to come together as a people. So we thank you right now, Abba, as they planning, that we are planning. That we will be reminded that you are the nation, that you are the one that will watch over the nation of Israel. He who touched Israel touched the apple of your eye. Be the shield to us as you were to our father Abraham. So we bless you tonight, Abba. Have your way in the mighty name of Yeshua. Shalom, everyone. Shalom, shalom. I want to thank you once again for tuning in. For those who was with us on the Shabbat, you know that it was, oh man, my computer, everything was messing up. But I stood the test. I stood in. I had to get the word out. I don't care. Listen. We must keep in mind. I want y'all to think, okay? Put on your critical thinking hat. The time is coming, okay? Let me say it like this here. The time is coming, the liberty and freedom that we have now, okay? You're able to tune in. You're able to listen to me and listen to other sites that you like, and you're able to go to YouTube, Facebook, and all these things. Listen, all that's going to be taken away one day. I promise you, all that is going to be taken away. I want you to think for a moment, okay? I want you to think. Let me get real serious on this here, okay? I want you to think for a moment, okay? How can I say this here? Now, we know that in China, right? In China, in those countries, that the government controls the people. Am I right? Controls them. If they don't want them to be on YouTube, then they ain't going to be on YouTube. If they don't want them to be on Facebook, then they're not going to be on Facebook. They shut things down. That's why a lot of things never get out of that country, right? Now, I want you to think about this here. I want you to think serious about this here statement I'm about to make here. What if that after this coronavirus has surpassed us? What if that we become an overnight China? No. I want you to think about the overnight China. Well, our every life or every aspect of our life is dictated, is followed. They monitor us like never before. Okay? The system is already set up. I want you to hear what I'm saying, my brothers and sisters. We can become an overnight China where everything that you say, everything that you do is monitored. What would you do with that? Because what is so hard for us is that we grew up in a country that we have liberty and justice for all. But I'm telling you, as a pastor, I'm telling you, as a Hebrew Israelite, I'm telling you, as Israel, The book of Revelation tells us there is a system coming. There is a government coming. That if you do not receive this mark, whatever it may be, it ain't Sunday, okay? Let's just throw it out right now. It ain't Sunday that you can't buy or sell except you got the number of the beast. And the number of the beast is 666. The same thing that when they gave me the numbers when I was sitting in my spiritual office, they gave these numbers because why? These people speak through numbers and colors. It is called gematria. And so don't tell me that gematria is just something foolish, because if that's the case, then John would not have said that count the number of the beast. But the number of the beast is a man, and his number is 666. No other time in history that we have been set up in such a time that this system can be set up. And so that's why, if you notice right now, prosperity messages don't work. Mega churches are being set down. All that your best life is before you, it's all shut down. We need to be prepared, pastors. We need to be prepared to be beheaded. They could be slain for the word of the Most High. This ain't the season to be promising that the Most High gonna give you a husband, a wife, a new horse. This ain't the season for that foolishness. This ain't the season for this foolishness. Now, let me show you something here. Go to the book of Revelation, or we're going to deal with the sin issue. Revelation chapter 13. And it's kind of funny that the number 13 represents the beast. We scared of Friday the 13th. They trained us to be scared of Friday the 13th because that was bad. Well, Revelation deals with the beast system. I just want to bring something out for those who don't understand gematria, okay? Gematria is the counting of numbers. I'm telling you, oh, my brothers and sisters, this system is real. They communicate with numbers. Y'all remember House of Study that, as a matter of fact, I still got it on the board. Y'all remember the first time I gave y'all the numbers and all the, listen, I'm telling you, you can't make this up. You have to calculate to make this stuff line up. They speak to each other through numbers. The same way back in the day that when we had like the Crips and the Blood, and each group had their different sign language that they dealt with, right? And you only knew the sign language of that, whether it be the Crips or the Blood, if you initiated in the game. Am I right? So that when you initiated into whatever you call it, the Freemasons, the Illuminatics, the gematria, it's all the same. It's the beast system. And then you begin to learn these things. Now, one thing about what is called lesser magic or magic itself. Think about this and think. I want you to think critical. That if I was a magician, and for me to come on stage and just do a magic trick in front of you, it wouldn't make any sense, right? No. I gotta tell. Now listen, what I'm about to say. I gotta tell you what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna make this table disappear at the wave of my hand, right? So I'm telling you what I'm gonna do, right? I'm initiating you into the act. Why do I say that? Because in lesser magic or gematria, those who are using numbers, okay, to speak to each other, and they are doing it right before our eyes. Listen, why you think they're going to tell us that this week is going to be the worst week, the next 2 weeks. And it's in the midst of the Passover that so many lives are going to be lost, right? 240,000, they said. Well, I know what 2 plus 4 is, 6. Still dealing with that number 6, right? And so I shared on the Shabbat how the Passover Seder had to do with a word in Hebrew called Olah, which literally means Holocaust. For those who didn't watch it, go back and watch it. Holocaust. So they're saying in this week to come, it's going to be a Holocaust. Many lives are going to be lost, right? So this is how they speak to each other through numbers. I want you to see this here. I'm going to give you some numbers so that you can start seeing these numbers, right? And just pay attention to them because they ain't going to change, okay? They're not going to change. Watch this here. So for those who were in-house, when I did the numbers that they gave me, it's still on the board. And I show you that all the numbers in the different categories, I think it was 4 categories, and all of them add up to 18, right? The 18. And then I told you that 6 times 3 is 18, right? So 666, 666. So that told me right away, this system is going to usher in the beast system. But you got to understand, my beloved, it's not going to happen overnight. This is the start. This is the fast pace. And so I'm looking at basically a 10-year span that when they master what they didn't do. Because remember, Satan, Hasatan, or man is not perfect. See, only the Most High can have a perfect system. Now keep that in mind. So that's why they got to practice certain things. Why? Because they're not God. If they was the Most High, the system would be perfect. Or you understand? The system would be perfect. So they had to practice certain things. So when I gave the number 18, right, which I saw the beast system. So when I read in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, right, and this is dealing with the beast. And I'm going to read, probably just started at verse 15, Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now these ain't no just light word. You're not going to worship the system or the beast system, you will be killed. Watch this here, verse 16. And he called all. How many? All. Both small and great. What's it? Both small, great, and rich and poor. Free. Notice that this thing doesn't care. Meaning that all rich people ain't on board. It's not on board with this system. Once again, we'll read that verse again. He calls all. Both. Now notice what it don't say, force. It don't say he forced them. And he calls all, both, small and great, rich, poor, free, and bond, to receive a mark in their what? Right hand or in their forehead. Watch this here. All he doing is this, the enemy. Listen to this here. I want you to hear this. The enemy has nothing. He's not a creator. He takes what's already written and he imitated. Notice that he's called all to receive a mark on his hand or his forehead. You know that's coming from the Shema. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4 through 9. Shema. You shall put them on your hand or your forehead. Otherwise, he called all to serve him. Whether it be by things they're doing or in their mind, their action. Verse 17. And that no man, now watch this here for y'all, think Sunday is today. He says, watch this here. Matter of fact, I'm going to read this again because I got people out there teaching stuff they shouldn't be teaching. Sunday is not is not the mark of the beast. It's much greater than that. It's much greater than that. And the Pope is not the Antichrist. It's much greater than that. He's just he's the one to initiate to bring people together, but he's not the Antichrist, okay? Much more than that. Stop that. Stop that. Once again, he calls rich, poor, bond, free to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Watch this here. And if we don't, that no man, listen, oh my God, that no man must do what? That no man might what? Buy or sell. Do you hear that? Buy or sell. No man can buy or sell. Say he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Watch this here, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, when I showed you that last week, what's interesting in this here is that, how do I say this here? Suppose, I'm not saying I know this stuff. I'm not saying that I'm right on this stuff, but I just want to get you to thinking, okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, I heard Bill Gates. Bill Gates had mentioned something about the coronavirus, right? Bill Gates mentioned that after this thing is over, right? After this thing over, how are we going to know? I know this is supposed to be a teacher on the sandbar. I'm going to get on it. Bill Gates said, how would I know if someone had taken the virus, okay, or taken the medicine or taking the shot? So Bill Gates, because he got money, right? He said, we should have something. This is how they put it out there, right? We should have something like a certificate showing that they took the shot. He just threw it out there, right? But they know what they're going to do. So now, I want to ask you the question. I want you to think about this. I don't care if my wife, my sister, my brother, I don't care who watches it. The elite rule the world, not the presidents. So, I want you to think about this question. He said that, suppose, how I'm going to know that my co-worker didn't take the shot? Suppose they make it a law that you got to take this shot. I want you to think about that. I said, what if they make it a law that you got to take this shot? That if you don't take this shot, you can't buy or sell or go back to work. I just want you to think about that. Because this thing is worldwide. I'm saying, what if, I want you to think about this here. Listen, I know it's easy to say, I ain't taking no shot. Oh, I ain't doing this here. I just want you to think about that. What if they require every American citizen that you have to take this shot? What if they require that our kids can't return back to school till they take this shot? I just want you to think about that. Think about that. That Miss Sharon, we can't go back to work. Pastor Jay, we can't go back to work. Sister Karen, we can't go back to work until we have taken this shot. And I know all of y'all already out there saying, man, they come up with a shot. I ain't taking that shot. But I'm saying, what if they make it a law that we can't buy or sell? We can't go back to work without that certificate. I'm telling you, the people are wicked. They're wicked. Very wicked. Now, my minister Jeff has sent me the other day. I introduced him to little of the geometry, okay? And so he sent me. I'm gonna start on my lesson in about a couple of minutes. He sent me a Photoshop of the news, and so he sent me a shot, and so he wanted me to look at the numbers, right? So I looked at the numbers, and so I like, okay. So I added up the numbers, and so they always have the total death worldwide, or the total cases worldwide, and then the total death worldwide. Then they'll break it down to the USA, okay? And so I always do us first, right? Because I already know that we're the target, right? So as I add up these numbers, now see, y'all, if you don't understand geometry, if you don't understand how difficult it is to give you numbers in two different categories, and they all add up to the same thing. Matter of fact, you had to orchestrate that. And then they gave us 4 numbers and 4 categories, and all of them add up to the same 18. I guarantee you, if you don't believe me, then do it yourself. Just write some numbers off the top of your head. 5 numbers off the top of your head. And I don't care if you do it 10 times. I guarantee you, ain't none of them going to ever add up unless you calculate it. For a reason. Why? Because they use numbers to speak to each other. Okay? Now watch this here. So Minister Jeff sent me the thing. I checked it out. Added the numbers. So I did for the USA, right? So each category had the total cases and then death. Well, when I add up the numbers, they both add up to 22. I recognize that. 22. Why? Because in geometry, in the number 22 means to unite or bring together. To unite or bring together. Matter of fact, if you got a pencil and paper, I'm going to give you some of the numbers that they work with. I'm going to give you some of the numbers that they work with, because I'm about to start in a few minutes, okay? In geometry, we have 777, which is the master plan or order out of chaos. That is the purpose of the bird called the phoenix bird. Legends say that it kills itself so it can come back alive or be born again. So for them to bring in this one world government, they got to kill the old government. Okay? Now, when you see the number 432, okay, they stole that. That's the Hearst number. The 432 means New World Order. New World Order. Okay? The number, which we know that 666 is the beast system. I just want you to see these numbers, write them down, and watch how these numbers be popping up. The beast system can also represent 216. The number 44 represent orchestrate chaos, meaning that I'm going to orchestrate this chaos. I'm going to make it happen. That's why they can get on TV and talk like they're a prophet. I predict next week going to be the worstest 2 weeks in the country. Well, you ain't no prophet unless you orchestrate this. Also, guys, when you see 44.44, it can also mean orchestrate chaos or Judah. Okay. Remember, all this about Judah, wiping out Judah, okay? And keep in mind also the 9/11, 7/11, 8/11, all is the same thing. They planned chaotic event, and then they come in with the solution. Like now, they plan this virus. Are people dying? Absolutely. But if you do your homework, you'll see that if you come to the hospital with a cough, they want to record that every death is watch this here, listen. Don't believe nothing I say, verify this stuff, okay, please. They want every death to be on a certificate as a coronavirus. That's why everybody comes to the hospital. The dude died of a heart attack. The dude died of diabetes, but they wanted to read as coronavirus. Don't take my word, believe it. Just go check it out. When we see the number 8 or 88, it can mean illusion or necessary deception. And we know that 8 means new beginning in our culture. So all they did was just jack what we did, been doing for generations. Also the number 3, 22, or 7 represent the skull and bones influence. That old occult thing that started at Harvard. They do underground stuff. So those are just little stuff that I want y'all to be on board with me, okay? Now, I just had to give that news right there for me. So let's go to Galatians chapter 5. Check those things out. I shared with you. Pay attention. If y'all got some numbers, y'all want to, if you see some numbers on TV and you want Pastor to check them out, just take a snapshot of it, and send it to me, because I'm gonna tell you, why? Because they communicate to numbers, okay? You might not understand that yet, but if you keep hanging around me and then you learn these things, you'll see like, he ain't lying. They are doing these things, okay? So let's go to Galatians chapter 5. Galatians chapter 5. My beloved, we got to take advantage of this time we spend together, because I know that we got to take a time, opportunity. This is not going to always be like this here. I promise you, this is not. Okay? Now, last week we talked about, we're in the book of Galatians, okay? Because I see so much activity, so much fear when it comes to the coronavirus. And then this lesson only came to me at work, so I'm putting it together as I go, right? And so I began to be stirred in my spirit. Like, what if believers had the same fear, the same fear for sin as the world has for the coronavirus? And not only the world, believers too. What if we had that same sin or that same fear for sin that we have for the coronavirus? Washing our hands, wearing a mask, staying away from people 6 foot, so on and so on. That's all I'm saying. Do you have more fear for the coronavirus than the sin virus? Something to think about. We dealt with 4 of them last week. We dealt with adultery. We picked it up in verse 20. 19. We dealt with adultery, fornication, uncleanness, and lasciviousness. Now, this is what I want you to think about. Now, this just me. Maybe y'all did, but I didn't know. It's amazing, and you probably can ask some people about this here. Most people don't know the difference between adultery and fornication. You say, what? Yeah. I didn't know that when I was growing up. I did. And when I began to look at that, explain it to people, believe me, I guarantee you, most people don't. What is adultery? I explained that adultery is when 2 people that are married go outside the marriage. When you sleep with somebody that's married, that's called adultery. Fornication is when 2 people that ain't married, they living together, that's fornication. Just in a nutshell. Okay? And then I talked about, I mentioned last week that we all got unsaved family members, people that we grew up with. Go up to them and ask them, when the last time? I know they're going to be shocked when you ask. I don't care if they're male or female. If y'all cool, just say, listen, I'm doing a survey. I just want to ask you a question like that. When the last time you fornicated? Oh, I'm just being real about it. So now, we dealt with adultery, fornication, uncleanness, and lasciviousness, okay? Now, verse 20, let's deal with that. The word adulteress, strong number in the Greek. All these words are in the Greek, right? It's 1495. So, since I don't have my little tabs. I don't know where they at, but I still can use something here. 1495 in the Greek. Let's look at that word adultery, okay? It literally means to serve or to worship idols. Idol worship. Now think about that for a moment. Idol worship. I remember the first time I saw, listen, let me show you how blunt these people are. In this world system, you do know that HOUSEOFSTUDY is the prince of this world, right? He's not the God of this world. That's another teaching. I can destroy that. The Bible never called him the God of this world. He's called the prince of this world. I deal with that at a later time. So, when we look at the American Idol, right? Look how that America is full of idols. They put it right. I say, boy, these people so bold. I say, these people so bold, they put it right before our face. It's called American Idol. They put it right before our face. And these kids, when they're crying, they want to be stars. And we idol them. You know, we got Michael Jordan back in the day. We got LeBron's now. We got, you know what I'm saying, all the back. We idol the basketball stars, the football stars. We are idol adulterous nature. Yes, we are. We got Beyonce, Jay-Z. You see guys change their whole appearance to dress like Michael Jackson. This is idol worship. It's no different in Rome when the emperor of Rome was worshipped. They had it in Rome that you worship the emperor. So when we talk about, listen, this is what most Americans guilty of. We got to make sure our kids is not guilty of this here. I buy you some Jordan because I want you to have Jordan on you want, but not because you idolize Jordan or LeBron, whoever it may be. That's idolatry worship. But see, we don't see it like that. We don't see it like that. But you know what? Think about this here for a moment. Now, I like sports. Don't get me wrong. But I like the word more. But have you noticed that I remember last year, or I can say that because me and my wife, we watch sports together, right? And it's amazing that when football season is over, we like fiending for football, right? Or when basketball season over, fiending for it, right? We just like, oh man, we miss our football, we miss our basketball. But notice this here. It is amazing since this virus has come on the scene, we didn't even think about sports. We're not even thinking about it. Nobody even thinking about it. Why? Because of the coronavirus. Now think about that. If I use that same initiative in my own life, then man, I ain't got time for that stuff. Why? Because I'm focused on the word of God. I'm not being distracted by things around me. So when we see this word here, this word is adultery being used here. This is what we are as a people in this country, man. We idol worshipers. Y'all know I ain't lying. We idol worshipers. We want to dress like them. You say, not me. But I'm saying the majority. Who buying these stars makeup? Who buying these stars cologne? Who buying these stars shoes? Do y'all understand? I'm just telling the truth. And we buying our kids this stuff. And we just think it's just, oh, he like Kobe. Oh, he like LeBron. Oh, he like this. That's idol worship. And our kids start from a young age. And then, matter of fact, the child probably don't even want it because you such a Jordan fan or LeBron fan or Kobe fan. You start your child out in adultery worship. Think about that. Oh, I ain't getting off of that one real easy. Because I see it everywhere. I see it all the time. It's all around us. That ought not to be in the ecclesia. We are not running out to Beyonce. We're not running out to Jay-Z. We're not running out of these stars. Basketball, football, it doesn't matter. And notice how There all of a sudden, this is how I know this stuff is orchestrated. I'm telling you, beloved, it's orchestrated. Notice how they are bringing out the stars to initiate us to stay home. Like Deion Sanders could tell me to stay home. I'm a grown man. Go mind your own business. You know why they're doing that? Because they're going to use these same stars to tell you to go get a shot. I'm telling y'all, they're going to use these same stars to tell you and I to go get a shot. And you know that listen, you know the majority of the young people are going to go do it. Why? Because they are idols worship. Can you imagine Snoop Dogg coming up there like, I'm the dog man. Look what I did. Go down, the double G. Go get your shot. I know it's funny, but I'm just telling you. At least I'll put it out there. At least I'll put it out there so you can, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, then you lose nothing. But what I'm saying, they have to get everyone to take this shot, however they're going to do it. We got to be high level. The Ruach, okay, watch this. The book of Revelation, the word Revelation means to reveal. So my job as a Nabi, a prophet or a teacher is to reveal things. So that when these things come across your path, you say, oh, that's what the man of God was talking about. That's what the man of God was talking about. And another thing, oh my goodness, another thing, you know one of the greatest tools used to move people is their YouTube or that television. Watch yourself. Oh my goodness. Listen. Oh my goodness. Watch this. Tell a vision. So I'm telling you a vision. Why that? Thank you. You know why it's called television? Because they only, I promise you, they copied the book. They're taking it from the word of Yah. Write the vision, make it plain, but they that read it may run. So they're saying, tell a vision, tell them a vision, so I can tell them to run. Case in point, who told all these people to buy this food? Who told these people to buy all this water? Who told y'all? I mean, I thought I missed something. I'm like, baby, did I miss something? Idolatrous worship. Idol worship. Let's be careful on that. Let's look at a few verses here. Let's go to let's do Colossians chapter 3. Colossians chapter 3. Colossians chapter 3. Let's look at that for a moment. Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. Idolatry. That's what we are. Now, I just like wearing her clothes. No, I just like wearing his shoes. No. That's what you're doing. $120? Verse 5. Mortify. Kill that desire. Mortify therefore your members, which is upon what? The earth. In other words, crucify them. Destroy them. Which members? Fornication. We talked about that. Uncleanness, adulteration, affection, unclean affection. Watch this here. Evil consciousness, conspiracy, and covenants, right? Covenants, which is idolatry. Covenants, which is idolatry. I gotta have it. I want it. Don't think believers don't worship idols. Don't think believers don't worship idols. It got us in trouble all the time. We want to be like the nations. Don't think believers only want Yeshua. You got believers still want the American dream. You still got believers that still want to live the good life. They're idolatry. They want money. What you think these prosperity churches could not, these mega churches could not exist if people were not covenants? This is sin's business. This virus here is serious. This is the sin virus right here. Adultery. It's a sin virus. And if you think, listen, I'm talking to my believer. If you think, listen, ma'am, sir, let's speak to the ladies first. You think that you gotta wear what Beyonce wear? You think that you gotta wear the latest fashion? You think that you gotta, listen, no sister should be dressed like the world anyhow. No sister should be dressing like that. We are holy. You're supposed to be a holy woman. Setting an example. So the clothes of the world is whorish. Whorish. Think about that. These are not gaudy clothes for the children, the daughters of Sarah. Ladies, do you hear me? These ain't the clothes for the daughters of Sarah. We are to dress, our sisters are to dress in a holy fashion. In a holy fashion. What about the men? We don't be dressed like no Westbrook and them, all that stuff they be wearing. No, we don't dress like that. We dress as kingdom men. That's why we got our sisters and brothers begin to create our Hebrew clothing. We got kingdom tees by brother Mike and Karen. Kingdom tees. Hook them up. Check them out. We got sisters and brothers making stuff for us. We in this country here, and all we got is we basically, I'm gonna say it like I mean it. We wearing our slave master clothes. We didn't make this stuff. We dressing like Americans. Time for the Hebrew Israelite. Listen, if you got some skills to sew, let's get it down. We wear our own stuff that represent us. We ain't gotta wear the bronze stuff or Kobe stuff or whatever that stuff is. No, let's look like the nation that we are. When other nations come over here, they don't put it, all of them don't put it where they clothes where they come from. So we can start discovering how our ancestors dress. Well, easy places that do our research and start saying, okay, let's go to West Africa. Let's check out our, our brothers and sisters, how they dress over there. And I believe that the Ruach is doing that in the community. Think about that. So if you got the skills, I pray that the Most High will give you the wisdom. Just like he did Beelzebub, that was job. His job was to put the tabernacle together. Hey, you might have that skill and don't even know it. But we need to do that. So he says, therefore, mortify. If you're idol worship, put aside. I mean, especially old school. We just like old school, Cool in the Game, you know what I'm saying? Boys and Men, New Edition, all of them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we like all the people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with music, going to a concert, whatever it may be. But if you can't take Yeshua with you, then that takes you right there. So we're dealing with adultery on that, right? So let's go back to Galatians chapter 5. We're talking about the sin virus. If you got the sin virus of being idol worship, doing those things, deal with it. Deal with it. Chapter 5. So now he says, the second one in verse 20, he says also witchcraft. Okay, let's check this out. We ain't jumping on none of this stuff. We ain't jumping on with none of this stuff. Witchcraft. Now, this is what I would say, because I had a conversation, and it's amazing how we want to jump over all this stuff so we can get to the fruit of the Spirit. Buddy, if you don't deal with this stuff here, your fruit is going to look bad. That's all I got to say. Your fruit is going to look bad. You got to deal with the flesh first. You got to overcome these things first. You got to discipline yourself in these things. Okay? So we're going to deal with the witchcraft, which is scroll number 5331. 5331. 31. Let's see what we got here. 53, 31. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me check out something right quick. 53, 31. Okay, yeah. That's good. That's good. As I say that, I don't know what happened to my other paper, so you study with me online. We're doing this live. So this word here, witchcraft. Now listen to this word here. If you follow me, all right? In the Greek, it's 53:31. It's the word pharmakia or pharmacy. You know, like echo drugs, medication, magic, sorcery, or witchcraft. Now, I remember that when I was growing up, you know, and I was like, why is all now listen, this word for witchcraft is translated here as witchcraft, but it is the word for pharmacy or pharmakia. Yeah, like echo drugs, what else? Echo drugs and Walgreens, CVS, those places. And I was like, when these places began to pop up, now I said it joking, I say, man, these are organized dope houses. Yeah, I say that. I say these are organized dope houses. And I was wondering, like, how can these places set up right across the street from each other? Because that's how we used to do back in the day. And at the dope house, had one dope house right there, and one dope house right there, a dope house down the street. They are setting up like dope houses. I'm putting out there so y'all can check it out. Y'all listen, don't act like y'all been in it. Listen, y'all don't live in a neighborhood that or passed them or knew about them. There was a dope house down the street. There was a dope house right there. There was a dope house right there. Look at how the pharmakia medication places are set up. We got an Echo Drugs right there, a CVS right there, a Walgreens right there, an organized dope house. That's how I saw it coming from the streets. And I remember the first time I went to, I think it was Walgreens or CVS, they all the same. So I went there for my mother, right? Now, it was the first time, but I was wondering how these places are popping up and sitting right across the street from each other. And so I went there, right? And so when I went in, I saw a long line, right? And it blew my mind because I like, this is crazy. This is this how I saw it from a man coming from the street. I said, man, I'm telling y'all, this is an organized dope houses. If you don't believe me, watch this here, how many stars done died because of this sorcery, witchcraft medication? How many stars have died because of this pharmakia? And what it does, remember, this is one of the works of the flesh. So I won't go to a crack house or a dope house, but I go to Walgreens. And because I'm getting it from Walgreens, watch this here, because I'm getting it from the doctor or Walgreens, I don't see myself as an addict. I don't see myself as a dope or pill head. I want you to think how this is. Okay, watch this verse here. Let's go to Revelation. Watch this here. Revelation chapter 9. Revelation chapter 9. Boy, I know. Boy, those who came in and went out, boy, they missing this here, they missing this here. Now I want you to keep the word in. It's the word pharmakia. Okay? It can mean a drug, spell given portion. Showing them again, 53:31. Look what it says here in Revelation chapter 9. Now, this is when these are the seven trumpets, right? So stuff is coming on the earth. Bam, bam. Stuff is coming, right? Now, let's start at verse 20. Chapter 9, verse 20. Now, stuff is happening on the earth. But that's what it says here, in verse 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works, of their hand. Notice, hell coming to the earth. But listen what man doing. Is they repenting? Is people, listen, even in this plague, is people trying to get right with the Most High? No, they're not. Neither did they repent of their works of their hand, that they should not worship devils. And what else? Devils and what? And idols. Same word that we just looked at. Help your people, yeah. Devils and idols, and gold and silver and brass and stone and wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Watch what this verse says here. 21. Neither repented they of their murder, nor of their sorcery. This is the word. Formakia, sorcery. Nor of their fornication, nor of their theft. All this stuff happening on the earth. You'll think you say, oh, forgive me, God, forgive me, God. Oh, no. See, just because all this stuff happening, they don't mean, listen, even the plagues around here, they're not talking about the Most High. That's why I'm talking about the sin virus. Because why? Judgment must begin in the house of God. Do I got any idol? Okay, let's start over. Have I committed adultery? I ain't did it physical, but what about my mind, y'all? What about fornication? Well, I'm married. What about uncleanness? Is any unclean thing in me, y'all? I stole myself. Is any unclean thing with me, y'all? Then wash me and purify me, y'all. What about lasciviousness? Is there any an unruly way in me, y'all? Idol. Is any idols in my house? Is there any idols in here? Am I worshiping this building? Am I worshiping this pulpit? Huh? Have ministry become an idol to me? Have my books become an idol to me? Have my learning become an idol to me? See why? Because you can watch yourself. You begin to learn, and your idol, your knowledge become your idol. You begin to worship your knowledge. Don't let that become an idol to me, God. That I worship my knowledge more than I worship you. Oh yeah, I said it. I bless the Most High. I bless the Most High for giving me another opportunity to stand before you, my sister. I thank the Most High for that. I thank the Most High. I said it every day. People might not take it serious, but I'm glad. And I'm going to say it to you. Like I said at work when they drive up at the window, I say, did you wake up? Virus free. I thank the Most High that when I ring up people and they come through my ear, I say, thank you. Thank you for calling such and such, such. Did you wake up virus free? Because I'm thanking the Most High that I woke up virus free. And then I say, God, thank you that nobody at the house of study, everybody waking up virus free. We giving you all praise, God, because we woke up virus free. I want y'all to get that. Y'all get that. Thank the Most High. We thank you once again for giving us another day to be here. I'm grateful to be in the place, in this house, instead of crack house, instead of whole house. I thank you, God, for my family. I thank you for my sons. I thank you for this ministry. I thank you that you found me favor to be calling me into the ministry. I thank you for keeping me in all these years, God. Not me, but you kept me. I thank you for all those that gather here every Shabbat. I thank you for those that support this ministry, God. I ask that you continue to be their shield and protector, God. I thank you for those who had Passover and those that's going to have it, God, that you'll be with them, God. Be with boldly and our brothers and sisters. Be with God, kingdom, and restoration, God. Be with them, God. Put a shield around Israel, oh Yah. Protect Israel, Yah. Gather us from the nation as you said that you're going to do, Yah. Keep our feet from stumbling, oh Yah. Protect our elders, our senior citizens, Yah. Set a wall around them, Yah, that no virus come to them, Yah. May there be no need in the house of Israel, Yah. There be a need in the house of Israel that they will make it known, oh house of Israel. Make it known. Nobody in this season, none of our senior citizens, whether it be Miss Rose, Miss Bernice, Miss Jefferson, our single ladies, you need help. Make it known to the house of Israel so we can show our beloved, so we can show our mercy and our kindness. This is the season, house of study, that we watch out for one another. We break bread together. Oh, y'all hear me, Israel? This your pastor talking. Check on one another. See how you're doing. This is my communication. I can't call everybody, but I want to just tell you right now, house of study, I love you. I love you and I thank you for all your support. Can't wait. Oh, that Passover going to be off the chain. When we come together. When we come together in the name of Yeshua, I thank you right now. All my brothers and sisters who I never met, keep us in prayer. I pray that your house will be protected by the blood of the Lamb. I pray that you continue to wake up every day. Tell your wives and children, ain't you glad that you woke up virus free? May Jehovah bless thee and keep thee.